It has been 11,000 years since the kingdom of Adora was cast into the astral sea, along with the invading demon god Deimos. The last king of Adora, Gnarl Denstra, the elven god king Xandril Mishinel, and the necromancer Avigard fought and stopped the impending doom of the eternal darkness from coming forth, but were lost to the world when they too were cast into the astral sea. Now, the land of Redigan is split into 4 kingdoms. Adeshmira is the Elven Kingdom, where 10,000 years ago they called the elves back into their forest to lock it away. Most heeded the call, but some believed that they should not segregate and stayed in the world.
The Round Top Rainforest, where many other races call home, is now a kingdom under the direction of the druids who reside there. They left their borders open, but all know that if you enter and do not respect the forest, your life will be forfeit.
The Dwarven Kingdom of Gratispar called the dwarves back to their homes, closing and locking the doors of their vast mountain kingdom, and they have not opened them yet.
Finally, the Kingdom of Remedigan, known as the Kingdom of the Humans, left its borders open and welcomed anyone who sought refuge. It thrived, not from isolation, but a joining of all races under one idea: peace. 100 years ago, Odura returned. With it, the High General Martin Firewell and King Xandro Mishinel, and there has been a fragile peace between all kingdoms. Until now.
Sit back and relax as I take you out of your reality and into my nightmarish dream world. Welcome back to the Bros and Dragons podcast. I am your Dungeon Master and host, Daniel Doc Gentry, and with me as always is the Guardian herself, long live the Waffle Hut, playing Stroop Waffles, our very own. Hannah, I dare you to remember what you said.
Oh, I know exactly what I said, but it did not get the reaction I wanted, so we're gonna go with a different special. Okay, the Stroop Waffle of the Waffle Hut franchise, long live the Waffle Hut. This week's special is a banana cream pancake. Can't tell you where the bananas came from, or we would have to kill you. So, that's that.
Steve Holt.
Steve Holt. The champion of chaos, long may it reign, playing Miranda Shrin, is Lissa.
I too am changing up what I said. Where's the best place to hit a cleric? Right in the temple.
But, the impossible sorcerer playing Tayson Firewell is Nerdworks.
This isn't the second time we've done this. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha.
I can't believe I'm doing this again. Last time on Bros and Dragons podcast, Tayson read a note. Montero and Stewart found a villa. The group got together at the villa, talked money, kitchen fumes, and memories. Posh taught Tayson about fighting and how the West and Low fight against extra play and beatings just a little bit. Tayson let it slip more than once that Deimos is returning, including to Posh. Conversations were not had. G-Mine told the group about Sharonval and told the friends that they were free here as long as actions do not hinder the rights of others. Fish were made, as well as pound cake. Deadly prayer dances were done. Temples were visited. Waffles were made. Religious talks were had. Tayson let it slip to G-Mine that they could fight Deimos. And then he let it slip to 4 more of the Western Low at the castle. Montera attempts to invoke a god that is not hers. We ended as the friends were heading to the Crystal Spire to take a look around. Let us adventure on.
So we're not at the Crystal Spire yet.
You just left the castle.
Okay, cool.
You turned around the corner. Again, villas upon villas. They're connected, beautiful. You can see down the sides yards where kids are playing. There's some dogs, but like I said, very inconspicuously, a half-elf, a white-skinned changeling, and a halfling are walking with 2 god warriors down the street.
What do you two normally do when you're not, guarding me until, I guess, time not necessary to guard me and stuff?
I work at the Waffle Hut.
Oh no, I was talking to the okay. No, I've known you two for a long time. I also don't. It's not your job to guard me, is it?
I mean, sometimes I feel like we got each other because we're like a
Right.
little family.
But this isn't
and
like
I am a guardian.
right, but this
so-
isn't like your task, right? Like this wasn't like decreed. I just I'm concerned because like when you when you were all excited to do the like the entrance thing for me, I didn't know if that was a job that you had been like practicing for because it was I you're are you here because you have to be?
Are you talking to me
Yeah.
again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You weren't earlier, and
Yeah.
I misconstrued that.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, Tayson, we're friends. Remember?
Okay, cool. Okay, great.
Okay.
I just want to make sure. Okay. Montera, yeah, same vibe. Good.
Yes,
Okay.
same vibe
Okay,
here.
great.
It's all right.
Okay.
We love you, Tayson. Just so you know, you are valid.
That's sweet. Okay.
The
Back to the before the digression. Then. Hey, you two, who I know for a fact it is like your actual like orders to guard me and stuff. What do you do besides that or before that?
So they smile, they shake their heads a little bit, and they say, "Well, this is our duty now. Either we die, you die. So it ends."
I, I, you didn't answer my previous question. I had follow-up questions, but I don't like any of them. So, how long have you lived here?
At the same time, potions Jima and say, "All our lives."
Yep, that sounds about right. Okay. Cool. So we're finding a high point so we can see the city and just kind of check things out and get a
Go ahead
good
and-
view. Yeah.
To the Crystal Spire, the
Sure.
second largest tower in the city. Yes.
Okay.
You round a corner, come out of the villa area, and into seemingly what feels like the area the Crystal Spire is in Remedigan is very contained. It has the three spires and then the area where the students walk. This is a little different. There seems to be buildings where people are walking in and out of, areas that are surrounded. Everybody looks to be talking, wearing robes, reading books, pointing things out, almost bumping into you. They don't, but they almost do, as they just avoid you and they talk. In a giant section of the city where a lot of elves are here to study. And you're heading to the center blue tower. It comes from a large 150-foot base up into a cone and then seems to almost twirl at the top. And now that you're closer, you can see the interlacing small lines of the green rock magic that seems to be built into everything here that spirals up with it.
This is a similar spire. I mean, like not structurally necessarily, but like this is the spire just like we've got in Remedigan, yes?
So Remedigan's Crystal Spire is three spires surrounding one black spire.
Right.
And you know that Remedigan, because they've tried to get you to come there. The schools are like broken up into the three spires, and then the major spire at the top is the Archmage office, which is rumored to be Avigard.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the High Mages that control the other spires. One of that you just recently found out is there.
But so clarify, and I'm sorry. So it are the spires like this long-standing, like not company, but like organization as far as teaching magic that predates when Adishmir like closed itself off from the world, or is this just like?
I mean, you could put that in the notes to look it up or ask somebody,
I
don't think
yeah.
I don't know if you personally would know like how long
Right.
the spire, it does. There's probably an established block on it somewhere, but as somebody who didn't want to go to the school, you probably didn't wander through or learn that part.
Cool. I'm gonna make a note to go ahead and ask somebody about that. Hey, Posh,
Yes.
we've got a spire in Remedigan too. Like, is this something that's just been around for a really, really long time?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Allow me to cross that note off and check mark it to ask somebody else later.
I just saw Hannah drink, so I just want to say, Coca-Cola, if you want to sponsor us, just give us a ring.
Look, I'm from Atlanta, or just outside of Atlanta, so that gives us a little bit of a leg up. Maybe.
All right, get to work. So at that point,
Look, I already did my Coca-Cola Starlight video is doing better than I thought, but not as good as it could.
You all head up through the area following Posh and G-Mine, and you come to the base of the spire. Posh and G-Mine knock on the door, and it opens up, and an older woman answers the door and says, "May I help you?" Posh and G-Mine are like, the Grand Duke and his audience would like to see the city at the highest point. We are wondering if we can get audience to the top chamber. Oh, give me one moment, please. And she goes inside, closes the door right in front of you guys' face, disappears for a moment.
Thank you. What do we do while we wait?
I don't know. I was about to ask if you guys knew anything like a word game really quick or something.
I mean, I know dice.
I'm thinking of a 5-letter word, but I'm not going to. But you can only get to guess the letters, and then I'll tell you if you've got the letters in the right spot or if you're using the right letters. But I'm only going to give you 6 tries.
I've got playing cards.
Did you just fall out me?
No.
I feel like you just falled out me. Mike.
No, I wordled you.
Yeah,
but now I'm
it's
wondering
like
if
a
Fallout.
Wordle.
Now I'm wondering if Wordled Fallout does. Oh man,
Is this Inception?
what the hell, New York Times?
Gameception?
Either way.
After a long period of playing a word game, the door enters, and everybody here's a moon elf, the blue skin. This one, though she's a younger elf, has black hair. And she says, "Welcome. I am the assistant archmage of the Crystal Spire. My name is Wen. You've met one of our archmages, Joyce. And that's Joy, C apostrophe, just letting you know. Please come in. You wanted to go to the top spire."
My friend Guardian, Barker, Chef, wanted to get a look and a lay of the city, and this is tall, so yeah.
I like to be tall sometimes.
Just please follow me, and the 7 of you now just go up this winding stair. And the same click, the dust, it's all made out of stone. Every now and then a window comes by, another window comes by, and it keeps just repeating itself over and over and over again. No doors, no hallways. And after a long bit, you get to the very top where the stairs end, and there's a wall. Wen walks up to it, and touches certain stones. And as she does, music plays from each of the stones. And then after she touches a final stone, she backs up. It glows, and then you watch the stones turn and turn and turn until they open up, and a door is there in front of you. She opens the door and walks in. As you follow in, the top of the tower seems to have, you didn't notice it from the outside, windows that 360-degree all the way around from floor to ceiling in this room. It would be the first thing you would have noticed if there weren't books and tomes strewn about, topped with parchments over. It just looks like a giant mess, an avalanche of materials for reading and studying. Through them, you can kind of see a few chairs and a table in the middle of the room. And Gwen says, I'm sorry, if I knew we were going to have guests, I would have cleaned. And she snaps a finger, and everything like rushes into a cyclone tornado of just paper throughout the room. And then it all files into a box right next to one of the seats. She says, there we go. The room is yours.
Where do I get a box that does that?
Oh, the box to do that.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, but where do we get a box that does that?
That box, I think I got down at the market for about 3 copper.
Thank you for the room. I appreciate it.
She and Joy walk in with you, as does Posh and she and mine, but as you look out, it's a little overwhelming. Go ahead.
What do people usually do in this room? Because it looks like a great lookout, but then also there's all this stuff. Whose room is this? Where are we?
It's the Archmage's office, but we haven't had an Archmage in a long time. I am the highest ranking member here. I am the assistant Archmage.
Why aren't you promoted now that there's not an archmage?
Tradition. There's never an Archmage.
There's never an archmage, but this is their room. Okay, you know what? This is not. That's good to know. That's good to know.
So I use it to study, and I'm sorry again.
We intruded in your special reading room, and you're apologizing to us because it's not as clean as you thought it should be. It's fine. We are happy to be here. We're happy that you shared your space with us. No need to apologize.
Exactly. We've been on the road for weeks. This is absolutely stunning compared to what we've been through.
Droop is gonna go directly to one of the windows and like smash her face up against it and try and look at everything she can.
So the first thing is the enormity of the city. It's a nice day, but even it's a little hazy to the edges of the walls that you can see from here. One of the things you do notice is you can't see the southern wall. The city seems to just go on until it just disappears. It's high sun. The city is gleaming. The green is beautiful. And now you see the city as it's broken up into the sections that are together, as the colors seem to be slightly different each of these areas. And you can follow your path through this, from walking in the gates in the market area to the villa, the castle, even the villas where Martin's house is, over to the north east of the city, or now Tayson's house. The market district is beautiful. There's a mage district that you now see below you that's really well defined as well. The areas of the villa, the castle. And the city just seems to spiral out from the Errata Librium, which looks absolutely like it shouldn't belong in this city. The only piece of architecture that is different than everything else, and you can see now, is taller than the spire you're standing in.
I know you told us why we can't go to the tallest building, but I am a little... I don't know the word for it, and I'm not jealous that I'm a little jealous we're not at the tallest building, but this is nice still. Just glare at the tallest building.
Something's bothering me.
What's bothering you, Tayson?
Why? If it's that easy for you to clean up, why would you apologize for not cleaning up? Like, you could have just done it as soon as you found out that somebody was going to go in there. Or you could just walk in and say, give me a second, come back out, and then open up the door for everybody. I think they were showing off. I think they wanted to show off. And that's fine. Like, that's cool and all. It's a power move, and it's a subtle one. But then they apologized again, so I don't know if they were trying to call attention to the fact that they did the cool thing, or if... Is that what I sound like when I apologize for things that aren't my fault?
Just a little, Tayson.
Shit. Okay. Well, I mean, it was cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to start trying to do that. I'm going to aim to apologize for things when I do something that's neat, as opposed to just when I don't do anything. And we're gonna try and go off of that. And okay. So, Stroop, we're here. How about Jermaine and Posh and you look out into the city, and you can ask them questions about what buildings are and stuff like that, because you wanted to scope out the area, and Montera and I can start looking at all of these books, because that's something that we decided we could do, and I am thrilled about looking at all of these books to find.
That sounds like a great plan. Yeah, absolutely, we can do that.
We can definitely do that.
I just want him to be tall.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can scope out the city.
We can definitely do that. Okay.
Well, maybe Posh can put you on his shoulders if you're okay with that.
I would love that so much.
Posh, are you okay with putting Stroop on your shoulders?
Not super comfortable with it, no.
That's okay. Consent is important.
Kid, you turn into animals. Just be a tall animal. I've never understood this. You can be taller than all of us.
Bears are definitely taller than everybody on their hind two legs.
What does the ceiling look like? Is it like a flat ceiling, or does it like go up?
It's high, but it is flat.
Okay, but how high?
About 12 feet.
Okay, so not giraffe high.
I'm going to wild shape into a crow and fly to the top.
That doesn't... You're not taller, you're just higher.
Yeah, that's the point. I want to be taller. I want to see up higher.
No, this is
We don't
Tayson saying
understand
this.
any
We
of
don't
this.
understand. You're not taller, you're just higher. Ah, ah.
Exactly. We don't understand any of this. Neither of us has speak with animals. So all we hear is,
Yeah.
So
we're like, Stroop.
So there seems to be a little confusion. I would love to get this, especially on this podcast. Let's do a little bit of teaching.
Sure.
This isn't polymorph.
Yeah.
So polymorph and wild shape always get like bad raps. They're not even anywhere near the same spell.
Absolutely not.
She maintains her intelligence, her charisma, and her wisdom in this form, which means she can speak.
Okay.
You have to have a tongue that is capable of speaking, because I played a druid.
She's a crow, and she has her intelligence that she still has. Crows can talk.
Do I want to talk is the thing.
I just want to be clear. So she maintains all that. So she also understands what you say. She can respond in body language in any animal. But right now she's a crow. Crows can talk. She has her intelligence. I understand what the rules say. She's not going to be able to cast spells, but she can communicate as a crow.
I dig it.
And if you don't DM like that, I don't know what's wrong with you people.
Be a talking bug. Come on. It's the best.
That takes a little higher level.
Well, that combined with, I mean, listen, you're still restricted by the constraints of how loud you can speak. Ants?
Yeah.
Not a big voice box.
Oh, yeah, they're talking. You just don't know what they're saying.
Yeah. Nope. That's the end point. Okay, so so wait, are you gonna just perch onto a shoulder then?
I was going to make a point of clarification. Obviously, Doc can rule that she can do this, but druids, unless they're 8th level or higher, cannot change into something that has a flying speed.
It's fine. It's fine because for me in my head, she doesn't even have to fly. Somebody just has to throw her up there and she can flap and get up there.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Definitely, I'm not going to land on Posh's shoulder because he made it very clear that he did not want me on his shoulders. So even as a crow, not so much. But I'm definitely going to like get into the highest corner that I can. And it just...
Yeah, and you're gonna be flapping around and jumping forever because it's hard to find a corner and around a room.
Great. I'll make it happen.
But you do find a place. I'm not that mean. You find a place to get up on.
There is a ledge. There's like that nice crown molding that goes around the room.
So, Montera, I don't know how to do this.
Have you never been to a library before, Tayson?
Yeah, but I've always known what to look for when I go to a library. Like, I talk to the librarian and I say I need a book about this, or I go look into the index of books until I find something that's like, kind of, you know.
All the books got sucked into that box. And I want to point out that Wen said this was her personal study area.
Gotcha.
Ah.
I thought there was other books still left, and she just took the ones that she wanted. So never mind.
I'm not telling you not to go dig in her box. I'm just saying
No,
she did snap a finger
not.
and make something happen.
No, I misunderstood.
We're not digging through that. We're not open that can of worms.
Mm-hmm. The title of this episode so far is like take 2, because wow. Okay. Hey, all of that stuff I said before about us doing research and how I was super excited about it, I'm gonna turn all of those words into new words starting now. Hey, we should go look at the city with everybody. And Tayson goes and walks over to like look out.
And again, it's massive. I described it. You could barely see the east and west walls. You could see the north wall a little bit better in the thick forest behind that, but that's because this is the northern part of the city. It's right in the middle of the north. You cannot see the south wall. Even with the Errata Librium in the way, it's not the reason. It's because the wall's so far in the distance, it just hazes out from where you are. Your visual settings in your game are not set high enough.
So
the render distance sucks.
Yeah, it's only like 6 miles or something.
Adishmira needs to fix their graphics card. Got it.
Damn it.
So
It's only on medium. We need high.
So I know it's too far, but the word is off in that direction, fighting something around a cave that you're not all allowed to go to.
Yeah, the southwest, yes.
Yeah. Okay. And that would take us weeks to get there. Are you excited to see like the non-Adishmira world, or is that kind of like a kind of feeling? Because we're gonna have to go all over the place, and I don't know. I just want to get kind of a feeling of, you know, I don't want to make you do anything that you don't want to do, but I also know that we're gonna do a lot of stuff I don't want to do. So I want to try and make us as comfortable as possible.
Shimine says, "We go where you go." Excited to see it, and he looks at Posh, and Posh shrugs his shoulders. We could take it or leave it.
Okay. Hopefully, like take the good stuff. Okay. Huh. I honestly, unless there's anything you all want to do, I think we pick up your apron tomorrow, Featherstrup, and we're heading back. I don't want Rendlith mad at me. And frankly, it would be really cool to like do something ahead of time instead of like just too late or right on time for once, because we've got like 2 weeks, 2 weeks. We got like, I don't know, 10 days or something like that before we have to go back. But if we just go back, we can go back home. We can go to Waffle Hut. You can talk to your family because you haven't talked to them in a while. I can go see if the Queen is got any new information or pissed. Or here's another thing, and this might sound terrible and negative and pessimistic, but the last time that we teleported to a place using a piece of paper, it was destroyed. So I kind of want to make sure that it's not destroyed there. I figure we would have heard something about that, but also maybe not. So yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do here because I know like I said, if I stop, I'm just gonna stop. And I don't want to stop.
Oh, it's Posh. It's like, well, if you want to leave, we can. And Wynn goes, one moment. And she turns and says, Joy, will you excuse us for a moment? And she does, and the door closes. And for like a second, Wynn is facing the door, not you. And you see her breathe in and breathe out. She turns around and says, what happens next? Know that I understand how angry you will be or you could be, and that it's not my fault.
Do I get to ask questions before what happens next, or does next happen now?
Is anybody doing anything besides saying what Tayson said?
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself real quick.
Okay.
I'm still a crow. That's all.
Ka. Can you just say ka as Stroop?
Oh
You
my
can-
gosh.
You can talk. I said that, but I want to be really clear. It's not Stroop accent.
Yeah. Oh, dang it. Never mind.
It's crow accent, but crows
Can
talk. This is a legit thing.
Fair enough.
And she puts fingers to her head as G-Mine pulls his greatsword out and then puts his other hand on his maul. You see Posh pull his sword out a little bit. Black smoke begins to swirl in the middle of the room, covering the table. And as it dissipates, sitting there is a young woman, black hair, who looks up and says, it's been a long time. And you recognize Avigard.
Your apprentice is looking for you, and you should not go away. If you're gonna take a responsibility of an apprentice, you should probably talk to them. Also, what the fuck?
She's been an apprentice for 100 years. She could find her own way around. She needs to learn to correct her own mistakes.
And she was looking. Okay, I think she was more checking on you to make sure that she just kind of had tabs on. Do you have classes scheduled with her? Or I'm sorry, I am. Hey, explanation? You're the first person. Hi, I'm Tayson. I am partly a result of you in some way, shape, or form, and anybody who has any sort of accountability for that is either dead, gone, or somewhere that's not right in front of me. Also, it turns out that you kind of knew about me like a while ago and didn't think it was relevant to make that information a little bit more well-known or pertinent to, anybody that could do anything about it or prepare me more for what the fuck ever. I'm trying to be very chill right now. This is honestly about as chill as I can get. And
Hey, son,
yeah,
breathe.
thank you. Answers would be great.
Which question would you like answered?
Yes. Do I get a limit? Is there
I prefer one at a time. It makes it
Great.
easier.
Why have you been gone missing?
I haven't been missing. I've been working.
Where?
All over.
What working on what?
None of your business.
I hate to tell you this. To any other person on this plane or others, maybe that sits. But since I am existing, at least in some way, because of you, whether it's negligence, whether it's ignorance, whether it's arrogance, I do not care. But I do exist because of your business. So none of my business, no. Context or nothing. I don't care. But you don't get to tell me that.
Well, then, I believe our meeting is over then. She starts to stand up out of her chair.
If you don't care, I don't either.
I fly over and land on her shoulder. And start cawing. Just, I know I can speak, but I don't want to. I just want to, like, reiterate Tayson's anger with verbal crow
Which
noises.
sounds like...
Caw, 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 caw.
I got 50% of that, but it was still a good 50%.
Yeah, it was
I
a
did
great
too.
50%.
Avigard, if you would halt for just a moment. Tayson's anger is valid. However, we do have questions. I have questions. If we are to stop Deimos, we need to know all of the things that your trio tried and failed with.
They didn't fail, and it was more than a trio. And she sits back down and
Clearly,
cawing
you failed,
as she's
because
cawing.
otherwise Deimos would not be attempting to come back.
As you're saying this, the cawing, she grabs both the crow feet and just places you down on the chair or on the table next to a chair.
Is she wearing earrings or anything shiny in her hair?
It is not.
Oh, darn, I wanted to steal it.
And then she sits down and says, "The business I am working on now has nothing to do with Deimos, the end of the world, or even you, Tayson. So I reiterate, what I have been doing is none of your business."
What about the dark forest? Anything to do with that? I say in crow form.
How does that sound? I want to hear it.
About the forest.
The Dark Force was a failed experiment. Probably because of bad ritual work from my old apprentice.
So it's not your fault.
The spell we worked up was about creating a wall.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, it became a tear and allowed an inkling of the abyss, the demonic side of the abyss, to creep in to this.
I'm just going to point out that that could have been, just partially what allowed Deimos to do what he did.
Oh no, that was the breaking of the veil from Rashmala and then Xandro.
Got it. Okay, so on that one, fine. Okay. Did you come here so I could talk to you or so you could talk to me?
You came here while I was here. I wanted to talk to you, but I am trying to keep a low profile. So I waited until you were ready to leave, as my instructions were, and then I would talk to you.
Oh, your instructions from who?
Gwen says to me, which is why I didn't have time to clean the room before we came up here.
Got it. Okay. Great. 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 All right. I've calmed down. So, I'll tell you what. If you have anything you need to say to me, want to say to me, would like to say to me, I am going to receive it with open ears. And I fully understand that after that, you have no obligation after that. So if you just need to take off, fine. But this has kind of sucked the entire time, and I know that you did something good for the world. Maybe it wasn't defeating Deimos permanently, but putting him away for a long time is very good. But now we're kind of chasing at straws here. And maybe this is more than you feel like dealing with, because what you're currently working on has nothing to do with it. But help would be great.
If you need information, I can give you a bit. As far as your creation, I figured it out too late. I didn't have anything to do with it. But my notes were in the hands of somebody who apprenticed to me a very long time ago, who I am still searching for because I know he's around somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna
You are muted, Hannah.
I'm gonna react to that one later, because that's one answer. So Deimos is sealed away. Do you know how he's coming back?
That I don't know,
Okay.
but I know why everybody else has failed to defeat him fully.
Oh, okay, great. That's a good start.
Yeah, let's not go great right away.
Bad information is still information, you know?
If everybody could sit down, because if somebody wants to take a swing at me, I want to have a chance to react.
How about this? If you swear that you'll stick around after, we'll hear you out.
For how long?
10 minutes?
The door will not be open. The minute the door is open from this chamber, we're done.
Okay. Well, when you choose to open the door, right? I don't want just 10 minutes of time.
I'm not going to open it.
Okay, got it. Cool. Great. That's understandable. Why do I feel like I'm talking with addendum in the way that I'm like trying to construct a deal with you? All right.
You've made a deal with the devil.
No. Tried once. Didn't work. Didn't take.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, you know, I had to try and work with somebody who was willing to talk to me.
I have always been willing to talk to you, Jason.
Yeah, it just hasn't been easy.
It's a big world.
I mean, you can find me, right?
No, not really. You're a very difficult person to track.
Okay. See, you say that Rendith literally just tracked me. Why is it that's the people? You know what? Magic's overrated. Non-magic person totally just tracked me down with a bunch of werewolf people, and a person literally possibly the most powerful magic user in the world. Okay. This was me trying to build some time in for you to say whatever is going to make us all pissed off at you. I wanted to try and
Not mad.
Oh, okay. But you said that we might take a swing at you?
The reason everybody has failed is because Deimos is in two places at once, and they keep fighting him on the material plane.
Okay.
Somebody would need to go to the abyss to fight him in his whatever he lives in down there.
Okay.
Hey, son,
Yeah.
you might be our link.
There's a link to the abyss through Tayson?
I hope-
That's new.
I hope
Oh,
not.
to the veil.
I don't like that either. So why
You're
am
part
I...
Xandros.
Well, I'm part of a bunch of things. That I don't know if that means that I get to go to the abyss. I don't have to go to the abyss today, do I?
I don't know how to get you there.
Oh, okay, great. So that's not a no, but it's definitely not a yes. So I can live with that. Is that why you think people would swing at you?
Somebody needs to go down there. No, you just all seem very angry with me. You decided to
No,
verbal
just-
diarrhea
yeah, just
all
me.
over the room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I'm getting looks. I'm looking around. I understand. I
Yeah.
have the new Guardian Stroop cawing at me.
Well, you know.
I poop. I poop. Right there.
Oh,
Oh God. Oh boy.
I
Tayson walks
underst-
over and prestidigitates the poop away. Cleans it up.
I understand that birds have the smaller intestinal tract, Stroop, but can that not wait?
Really not. Nope. Nope.
Lovely. Okay. Okay. So we need to find a way to get to the abyss. Do we have to fight? You said fighting him on the material plane and not the abyss. Does that mean that we have to fight him at the same time, or just that we have to fight him in the abyss?
The strongest link would be in the abyss itself, but the demons and devils have been fighting there longer than Adora has disappeared, longer than Bengen has existed.
Okay. Hey,
So we have to take this at a dual front at the same time.
Maybe.
small
when
window.
when he breaks into the world, his essence is left behind. But before he materializes here, there's always a time where he seems to be a shadow figure. He's not fully here. I believe it's at that time that he's truly anchored in the abyss as well. I surmise, and it is just a theory, that if somebody was to defeat him on the negative plane, not the but negative plane adjacent, the abyss that we call, then the people here would have a chance to destroy him once and for all.
Okay. So if we take the So if we take away the thing that's if we fight where he's tethered to, whatever's here could be something that could be defeated. Kinda. I know I'm dumbing it down, but yeah.
No, it's good. He's always defeated in the material plane.
Sure.
But I don't think anybody has ever attempted to defeat him at the core of his power. But then again, he is one of the six, one of the first created gods from the mother.
Uh-huh. Okay.
It sounds easy. Go defeat him there, then come here, defeat him. A-okay.
Okay. So that sucks. But at least we know. Again, bad information is still information. Well, it's not bad information. It's good information. It's just a bad result. Okay. Anything I'm not gonna lie. I've put off all of the me talk with people because it doesn't. Again, focus, priorities, all that good stuff. Is there anything helpful you can talk to us about for preventing his return? Like, I understand he wasn't defeated permanently. I get that, and now I understand why. But he's not
So-
here yet. He's just on his way.
The problem is, preventing him would prevent him for a century or maybe a little bit more, as it has in the past. But you're putting off something, and at the rate I suspect you're going to age, onto somebody else.
Oh no, it was much more of a, hey, if we know this is gonna happen every like century or two, then people can prepare for it rather than kind of live in an era where everybody thinks that Deimos is gone. So now we're trying to get everybody to scramble to take care of him. I get the goal to feed him in. Oh man, that I don't want to go there, but got it. I get it. If that's possible, then yeah. If it's not, we got to be prepared. I'm trying to explore all options here because this is a limited amount of time to try and do something real big, and we don't know how to do it yet.
The shield that holds the door has very small cracks. Some of Deimos's power is leaking through. I've taken care of certain pockets of his cult. A few still evade me.
Okay.
Oh my god. However, him coming is not tomorrow.
Sure. Okay.
There's not enough of his power to break the shield that I believe the sacrifice brought for us.
The sacrifice.
Love is a powerful magic, and people don't understand it.
I mean, it's not like a taught thing. I don't. Okay.
But if it's true,
Sure.
it could do things like carry an entire section of a world that was cast into the astral sea back into the material plane.
Huh. Okay. How did it really happen then?
Which one?
Well, I mean, Martin wrote the book, but it's wrong.
It's not wrong.
But it's not.
Its ending is incomplete, if so you wanted to put it to that.
Okay. Can you fill in the ending then?
From what I understand, Martin made a final strike on a god. Something needed to happen, and he bought 100 more years of Deimos not returning. In part, it gave him what he considered to be a curse. Many would be a blessing, but I understand the curse part, which is 100 years of extra of life where he didn't change at all. Martin knew Deimos would one day come. He didn't know when, he didn't understand it at all, but there was something finite about the 100 years. The Council of Gods gave it to him in a vision.
So. Okay. I'm not going to ask you questions about his motivations because, frankly, you're not him, and you shouldn't have to answer for him. That's fine. I gotta say, if you've been doing work to stop little pockets of the cult of Deimos and try and seal up some of the areas where it's cracking through that wall, that barrier. Um, then you lied to me earlier because you said it didn't have anything to do with me and it wasn't my business, but that is relevant. But that's okay. That's okay.
Do you think everything I do is single file, is single
No,
motivated?
but if that's whatever. The point is, it's part of your work, and that is relevant to me because I've been told that I have to stop it, and frankly, you're part of that.
You keep blaming me for
No,
somebody
no.
stealing something
Not
that I
blame.
came up with.
Not blame. Not blame. Not blame. I'm not talking about that. I was talking about just interacting with you briefly before. But that's okay.
Okay. And if you create a I don't know, mathematical theory through magic and understanding that creates power and somebody turns it into a weapon, are you at fault because they use the weapon?
Kinda. Like if I didn't ever think about it, would it be my problem?
I postulated through magic of taking essence to create other things. My theories were about botany
Hold on.
to try to fix the dark forest.
No, all of that is good. I need you to back up. I'm not blaming you for that. I'm sorry. You're taking essence from things to create things?
Everything is an essence.
Yeah.
Energy cannot be destroyed.
Okay.
Magic has to come from somewhere.
So, okay, and this was the stuff that formulated botany, great, all that, and then it ended up being a me, which is not your intent, totally fine. How me? How am I?
My old apprentice took my work and found a way to create beings instead of plants.
Okay. I'm more. I got that. I'm sorry. Your research was something that was able to create plants. How?
You're taking the magical essence inside plants and combining them.
Okay. And your apprentice, used this research to take essence from other beings and make me. Okay, all this checks out. How? Like, what? How do you? We've been calling me an egg this entire time. Am I really more of a plant? Like, was I a seed that was I put into a pot and then sprouted? Like, how?
You were brought into this world, if I'm correct in my theory, as a child. Not an egg, not a sprout.
Sure. So okay. So I've got a parent at least. Sorry, I thought I had parents that didn't want me, and then I thought I was an egg, and now I've got a parent again. It's been a rough couple of weeks for my whole self-image thing.
A lot of push on the genealogy thing. Are they parading you around, I'm guessing, with the two god warriors here? And you look and you notice that through this entire conversation, they have not moved.
Yeah.
They're frozen where they are.
Yeah, no, it's been weird. It's been weird because I got told that I had of royal/divine blood with a couple of people in a couple of different nations, and I don't know, because like again, like not born of, just born with, so that's I don't understand the politics of it or the rationale, but it makes me uncomfortable. Okay. You had research that you applied for something different that got twisted into something else, and I'm here. Great. Do you have any reason, or do you have any insight into the context of the why?
No.
Okay.
Radia was always obsessed with preventing the veil from breaking. When we were younger, we were experimenting with magic, some we shouldn't have had. I took him on as an apprentice, but to be honest, we were partners at best. I knew a little bit more magic, and I guess flaunted that over him.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that we did was to strengthen the veil, because everything that we could feel in magic, it was diminishing, changing, not diminishing, changing. As far as I know, the gods have put restrictions on magic since I've been born.
Okay.
The spells that I strive for, no being has access to them anymore.
Okay.
I've been searching for those things. I want to understand all of magic, but now I want to understand why the magic is restricted.
Okay. If you could see your apprentice again, what would you do? Like, why do you want to see them again?
I haven't been looking for my apprentice.
You said I thought you said earlier, you said you haven't been able to find him.
Oh, I know where he is. I just haven't been able to find his work.
Oh. Okay. You mean work other than me, or what's his work?
Well, if he did it once, who says he didn't do it more than once? And from the stories I heard from you, I can assume he did it 9 other times. At least.
So, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I know that a lot of the ones like me are gone. Probably.
Assuming yours was the only school.
Right. But I mean, how much essence would you need? Like, I'm still trying to figure out how you would get essence from all these powerful people.
I haven't been able to break it all down. I sorted it out too late.
I understand. Is there any reason that this wasn't brought to my attention earlier?
What part?
My how I came to be.
Why does it matter?
I mean, I feel like I wasted a lot of time.
I never took you as somebody who cared about how they came to be.
No, it's not so much that. It's just that if I... How do I put this? If I knew that there was a purpose behind my creation, other than just, natural mom elf, dad human, or whatever, I've lived as kind of this weird thing that's never been accounted for before. And it's always been generally accepted, and I appreciate that, but I also was created, and that seems to be a somewhat known factor, but the reasons why, because it wasn't worth looking into. I don't know, I just context. No, not context. Motive is important, right?
Is it?
I think so. Well, is it creator of the Dark Forest? Is motive important?
Motive is not important. What is my motivation in what I was attempting to do? How is it important to what we have?
Because it's the
Because
reason
that's not a wall. It's not a creation of the veil. It's not strengthening things. Something went wrong and it turned into something it's not. That means whatever its original intent was never came to fruition. So it means nothing on the motivation that came behind it.
So the only thing that matters are results.
No, the only thing that matters is what's wrong now, and the motivation behind it isn't.
That's
If you need to
short-sighted.
fix something, it's not short-sighted. Short-sighted is pointing fingers among motivations and holding people responsible instead of trying to fix the
I'm not
problems
trying
that
to
are there.
hold you responsible.
But that's what others are doing, Tayson. And you have to understand that when you talk about motivation, that is what people are talking about. It doesn't matter why anybody wants to do something. Why does it matter if somebody wants to kill somebody else? The point is that they killed somebody else. And if it was in a murderous type and not a self-defense type, then they should be sent away. There should never be a reason why did you decide to do that to somebody.
I feel like I'm saying motive and you're saying reason.
You're saying motive, and motive is the intent behind something.
Right.
It doesn't matter what the motivation is. Fix the problem, then find out why people did something if you need to.
Fair enough. So, what do we do next?
Good question. From what I understand, an embassy is coming over from Remedigan tomorrow. That a consulate is being put together to go to Remedigan to create an embassy there from the Adashmira. Congratulations. You've united two kingdoms that haven't been united in 40,000 years.
I feel like I'm being used as not used, maybe propped up as a symbol for a greater reason, which is fine. You know?
I think that you're in a position, and because of the circumstances amongst your creation, put you in a unique area to be able to foster something forward. But I remember when the elves came. I remember when they hacked their way to create their Adashmira. When they brought the green magics from the other planes with them. I was here when they killed thousands of people to make sure that everybody would fall under the reign of Xandro to bring peace to the world of Bengen.
So, I'm sorry, but I mean, you said it yourself. Now, fix the now, right?
And you are, and congratulations. And no matter the circumstance, no matter what you think or feel, stop putting that or even making it an outward voice. Be happy you've done something that nobody has been able to do. Just like, and she looks at the crow sitting next to her, a part of the dark forest has been healed. And I can't tell why.
Oh, you did. Oh. Hey, Stroop, how'd you do that?
Hold on. There we go. Well, you see, we put a bunch of dead bodies into a pile, and then we made some plants grow as a memorial. It was really beautiful. It doesn't sound really beautiful right now, but I promise it was really beautiful. I mean, I really don't want to do that again, but I'm sure that there's something that we could do similar.
I mean, we also, killed some kind of demon-y dragon that was living there and stuff. There was also that.
That might have been it. That might have been it. Yep. Okay, it's coming back. I did not help defeat that though. Remember? I thought it was cool.
So if that helps, you do that.
Quite frankly, I think it had more to do with Stroop's guardian powers awakening to their full potential at the time.
That, so be it. Yep, we could also do those things. That could be it. Only a few of those things we can replicate, though. Unless there are more of the big fluffy dog. We could try and go defeat.
I'm sorry. Was it a demon dragon or a big fluffy dog?
There was a demon dog, a demon dragon. It was filled with demons. It's demons all the way down.
A dog and had to pluck some fairies out of a tree stump. That's all I remember.
So, okay. Your research got used in a way that you didn't intend for it to be, so I'm not gonna hold that against you. I mean, I literally couldn't if it wasn't done, so fair enough. You know where your apprentice is. Okay. You know how Demos has to be defeated. But we don't.
I have a theory about that.
We have a new hypothesis that we would like to test, but we do not currently have the means to test it.
That's probably way more accurate.
Mm-hmm. How is there anything else you can think relevant to tell us? And if not, or whenever we do get to that point, is there anything that we can do to help get that hypothesis closer to testing? Because if not, I have a theory.
I'm all ears.
Can you call addendum?
Montera brings out the stone.
You both say sure at the same time, and she pulls out a stone, looks at you, and goes, "Oh, go ahead."
Oh, yeah.
And another thing.
A chair with addendum sitting in it, like it has been there the whole time. He just says, "I wondered who would bring me into this conversation."
I was just waiting for the right moment, quite frankly. I knew we had to.
I do not want you here at all. I'm very upset. But I
Group,
guess
he is not responsible.
I know, I just don't like his face.
I don't know. I find his face quite pleasing.
Okay. We're okay. We're spiraling. Nope, that's just me. Never mind. I think I have a mutually beneficial proposition for you. If I wanted to get access to go to different planes, specifically to take out or at least take on something that has been a big thorn in your side, what would that be worth?
As I have explained to the not undead, long-living thing here. And he looks at Avigard. It depends on who would come to the abyss.
Okay.
But there is a way to bring somebody or a group of people down to join the ranks of my army.
Ooh, okay.
I volunteer.
Oh, you're literally conscripting without finding out what you're being... okay.
There are so many things that could go wrong.
I know. But I am chaos incarnate. This is my purpose.
Radishi would probably want your soul.
Oh,
I'm sure there are a great many people who want my soul.
Yes, but none of them command me.
but we're making deals, right?
No, you're asking questions.
Oh shit! Hey, everybody, get your weapons out. We're not fighting now, but eventually we're gonna fight something. So you know that it is you are capable, or there is a way of getting us there. Why does it depend on the person or persons?
He shrugs a little bit like he doesn't want to answer and then says, because if it's your three and you fail, I believe the world is doomed.
I mean, I think that's a good time to take a break, to be honest with you. That's a good moment to sit in the air for a bit.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Hey, everybody, we're going to take a break real quick. I'm going to write down break-ish 1:30.
Break-ish.
Yeah. I'm going to have to edit that a little bit. But yeah, everybody, we're going to take a quick break as we figure out how we're going to go into the abyss and possibly end the world or not, etc., etc. But get some water, take care of yourselves, and we'll be right back in a little bit. Bye. I have to press the button. Where's the button? Hey, there it is.
Are we mute? If you don't remember the last 10 minutes, you were told that if you were the ones to go to the abyss and fail, that the world would be doomed.
I think if the entire party were to go, yes. But what if it was just one of us and we split? The other two on the material plane, one of us on the abyssal plane.
And Avigard says, and then one of you where? Because there's three. I know the crow is hard to understand being a third person right now, but
That's why I said two on the material plane. Yes, there are three of us. Two of us stay on the material plane, and I go into the abyss.
and Avigard just says, oh, you by yourself. Fighting a demon god. All by yourself with an army of devils who haven't been able to pull it off.
It's not ideal,
It's
but I was told by Zalrin that I had to choose. I think this is my choice.
Hey Montera, I adore you. You know that, right?
You're about to tell me I'm about to do something stupid, aren't
No,
you?
I'm telling you, you're being ridiculously arrogant. Your
I didn't
god.
say I would get out alive.
No, but I'm not worried. I'm not even talking about the getting out alive part. Like, I'm worried. I'm worried about the succeeding part at that point. I'm totally fine with going and dying if it works, if we're successful. If we don't, if any of us go and we're not successful, then it was just dumb. It was just dumb at that point. Also, why if the three of us go and we fail is everything bad?
Because it's you three the demons want. For what purpose? I have no idea.
Oh,
Great.
what do you...
Just wonderful.
Wait. I'm sorry, you all don't understand why?
I'm busy fighting a war and then answering questions. I don't know what you mean.
No, I mean, you might be out of the loop. I totally understand. But, like, everybody else in this room should understand. So maybe that's where we start.
Well, we have been throwing wrenches in their plan.
There's lots of people that are throwing wrenches in their plan, but, you know, there's only one guardian of this world. There is only one chaos incarnate, or whatever you want to call yourself. Like, you are literally an instrument of chaos, which means powerful, also random, also uncontrolled. And I got made from the essence of other very powerful people, and evidently have the ability to sap magic away from things that are way stronger than me. So if we were able to be obtained, used, that's a problem. We saw what happened to the previous guardian and guardians in waiting in the Dark Forest. If that happens with us, that seems real bad. I get it. My counter would be, what is the alternative? Who can go if we're not? And I literally mean this as this is not a rhetorical question. This is an actual question. If there is anybody who can go that could be successful instead of us, I am check cosign.
Open to suggestions.
Yep, love it. Maybe we can put out some interviews.
When your original statement of who else could go, Addendum starts raising his hand, and you say, and be successful, he goes, puts it back down.
Okay. That's not great.
You're talking about fighting a god at the place they're most powerful.
That is not a step. That is not. I understand that's a step higher, but that is not much of a step higher than where we were already at. We got told that we were going to be responsible for stopping a god from coming back to our plane. So, really, all you're telling me is that instead of the mountain that we're looking to climb, oh, this mountain has slightly more ice on top of it, so it's a little bit higher.
We have to be doing this. Avagard speaks up. We have to be doing this closer to his return, anyways.
So prep time.
Not like anybody's going today.
I love prep time. Prep time is good. Prep time is real good.
That's what I was thinking. Is maybe we do have to go, but it doesn't have to be right now. It's not a decision we have to make today.
Right. Okay. Cool. How many could go? Like, is it, are we a special forces kind of team, or can we bring an army, or how would we get there?
You want the short version or the long version, Addendum says.
Yes.
Long version with ATLDR.
The long version is there's a ritual where Soul Grabber takes your life and I can drag you into the service of my armies. You will, in essence, be dead. If you succeed, if your souls are not taken by my general, your debt would be paid to the ritual. I would have to make it a powerful debt, so the debt would be Deimos' destruction in the abyss.
Definitely thought as much.
I want to make sure that I've got the math right here. Part of the deal that we're making is the benefit is we get to die. And then because we died, we have to kill a demon god in the abyss to be square.
And avoid my lieutenants trying to up their position by taking your souls.
Got it. But again, our benefit is that we get to die to go stop this. Again, it feels mutually beneficial. When people make deals with the devil, usually they get like a bad version of what they asked for. But like this just seems rough, you know.
Look, being lawful evil is a slightly different thing, Tayson.
If I could be good at sports or something like that, like if you just want to get some kind of benefit out of it, it just seems kind of lame, you know.
Benefit is we get to our goal, Tayson.
But that's everybody's goal. Deimos doesn't come back, yay! I'm being selfish. I understand. I wasn't looking forward to hearing that we have to die to go and probably die. Okay.
Unfortunately,
yeah.
I would most likely be the one who's the most protected down there.
Why?
Because of my cleric status. Because of my connection with Zalmer.
Addendum says, I forgot to
Most
mention,
likely.
you will be severed from whatever deities you serve or pray to and placed in service of me.
Hence the going into.
How does that work with my magic then?
I think we can make something work. And he smiled.
Temporarily a warlock?
You're a Montera.
Like
We figure
that.
out the rest later.
I don't like it. I'm not for this. I'm not for this. I would like to speak that now. I mean, I'll do what we have to do, but I just note. Let the record show that Stroopwaffle does not approve of this.
Droop. I don't think any of us feel great about this
Oh,
as an option.
Oh, no. I'm somewhat thrilled.
About dying?
Well, I was planning on being dead anyway. Like, we're gonna go up against a god, like a demon god. What are you talking about? Like, again, this is what I was talking about with the arrogance thing. Remember that time that we almost died because of the lady with her angry dogs? Like, what are we talking about? The idea that we are going to succeed
Oh, I did not
is silly.
think that I would survive by any means.
Right. So the idea of dying being a part of the necessary cost to even get an attempt here? Cool. And here's the thing. Oh no, we're going to go down there and the debt is, oh, we have to defeat this demon god to be released or to not be in service to his generals and stuff like that. If we go and we fight Deimos and we lose, I don't think I'm worried about being in service to that general because, Deimos. So, as far as I'm concerned,
the good news is we're already dead at that point, and therefore the world ending doesn't matter to us.
It still matters, but at that point, I feel like no one can say that we didn't try. We literally died trying. That is the most trying that you can do to anything. So, great. As far as I'm concerned, my motivations, my dedication, my all of that, nope, no one gets to question it ever. Tried my hardest, and hopefully we can make something of it. So this is bad news, agreed. However, as far as bad news goes, I'm feeling pretty good about the overall consequences of our actions here, you know?
It might take convincing, and definitely it's gonna take more than a day's worth of thinking about it. But I understand where you're coming from.
Oh yeah, no, I totally understand. I'm in a weird position of like tranquilness over this, but that's because I came to terms with my death in this mission a long time ago, and hey, if we die on the way to doing it, I'm dying to further the mission. That I get it. That's something weird to wrap your head around unless you were already there. I don't expect anybody to be on the same page as me. I just wanted to make sure that my stance was like you said. Let the record show. I am not for this. Let the record show. Totally cool.
So I have a question. To Stroop. If you die from this ritual, and the guardianship gets passed, technically, when you come back, are you still the guardian, or do we have a Buffy the Vampire Slayer situation on our hands?
I'll have research on that, but I think maybe there's like an interim CEO, and then if I come back, if they're expecting me to be gone for a little while and I come back, then I take back the position. But I would definitely have to research this and get back to you.
You're in charge. Do you not get to just rewrite bylaws? Like, who's in there to have a decorum?
That is a good question that I will have to research. No, Tayson, I don't know. I don't know how this works. I just became the guardian a few weeks ago.
Not
Just
even
still,
that, yeah.
Still figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
Going as we go.
We literally learned that you could turn into a crow and talk like 12 minutes ago. So I understand. We're dealing with a lot of uncharted territory here.
A lot of emotions right now. Just
No.
a lot of emotions.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
2 weeks, 4 days.
There you go. 2.5 weeks. Look at you. You're about a month in, or about a half a month in. Okay, so cool. We have to make a deal to die on purpose with the intent of, while we're dead, fighting and taking on Deimos. Are we still dead after that? Like, we're done? Like, we're dead, right? We stay dead?
Once Deimos is defeated, your souls are released. With the right preparation and enough clerics, we could probably get you back to your bodies. But I've heard once you hit paradise, no one wants to leave.
Gotcha.
I mean, the only issue we would have is too many clerics have died. I am a cleric of the 5 as well. So, I don't think the getting of clerics is the issue. It's the keeping them alive part that I think we will have an issue with.
We just have to put them in a heavily fortified area. It'll be great. Just make sure that they're covered as we'll just have to be fast about it, you know?
Look, we also don't want to put all of our eggs in one basket and them all be killed in one fell swoop.
Sure, but same time, wherever our souls leave, that's gonna be the area. Who cares how many people we keep away from it? If whether we bring one cleric or all of them, and you know, but the place where our bodies and, you know, where we would return back to, if that's all, um, I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want all the clerics to die because they're defending us, but I want to be defended. So there is that.
Also, here's another question
Huh?
to you. Well, maybe more of a statement.
Hmm.
Our bodies don't necessarily have to be on the front lines, per se, unless the actual physical connection to the abyss has to be in the same point. We could just keep our bodies, like, at the temple in Remedigan,
No,
for example.
that's a question. It's less to me, and it's more. And Tayson will like point at himself and then move his finger around to the right towards addendum. He's like, "Hey, all of that. Do we have to be in a certain area or something?"
He's counting.
No. There's no point of entrance, point of exit. It's magic of the divine.
That's why I was trying to avoid it as a question, Tayson.
Why?
Okay, legit. Who is that question to?
You. Why are we avoiding questions?
Because we don't want to have to fight too many things after our questions with
We are
addendum.
literally in a room with an archmage and an archmage's assistant. Like, I'm sitting here just making sure they don't ask any questions. I am totally fine with I feel like I've got free reign to finally ask some fucking questions. This is the safest I've ever felt trying to gather information.
That's actually a fair point, Tayson.
Like, do we need to do a addendum? What's your favorite color? I don't fucking care. Like, it's fine.
Red.
That figures. No offense. It's, like, okay.
It does look rather striking on you.
Feel a little bit more safe if the Tayson's guards were not frozen. Just throwing that out there.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel much more safe that they currently aren't interacting with this conversation at all.
Yeah, but when the things happen afterwards, I would hope that they are not frozen anymore, because we could probably use their help. I'm very strong. I'm a very strong bird.
You're a very strong bird.
I'm so strong. But
Yes,
I'm only
you'll
so
claw their eyes out if they
Oh
have any.
yeah, I'm gonna poke them.
Avantgarde says, well, technically they're not frozen. We're in another space of dimension.
Oh, okay, cool.
Bring my passport. I did not know we were leaving that plane or dimension.
Did you pack your feathers?
I brought some things through customs that I probably should not have.
That's reasonable.
Group. I don't think we need a passport for something like this, darling. Plus, we've technically gone to the Feywild on multiple occasions and didn't have a passport, as far as I knew. And technically we do have a passport this time because of our, and she holds up her papers.
I still
Your
haven't been
card.
to the Feywild. What are you talking about?
Hey, maybe we'll take you one day.
I mean, not anytime soon. We're gonna go die. Okay. So, any prep we should do? I'm gonna not ask a question because now I think I'm gonna try something. Addendum. Give me a list of things we should do to prepare ourselves. Please. Fuck, that was a question.
But you didn't ask it as a question.
I said please with a question mark.
He made
You
a
know-
polite pay song. It's
He
okay.
says, and addendum says, you know the rules. It has to be a question.
Fine.
And so do I.
Addendum, what do we need to do to prepare ourselves for the ritual and potentially being there?
The essence of your magic will stay. So however powerful you are when the ritual is performed is essentially how powerful you will be there. Whatever you have to do to learn, to practice, to pull, to do what you need to. He looks at the crow and says, I would get all your affairs in order, because it is, though a ritual, it is death. You will not have connection to gods. You will not have connections to meetings. And he smiles a little bit. You will not have connections to anything in this world.
I have a question. What if we brought someone who was already dead?
The ritual only works on the living.
Oh, fuck.
It's binding your soul to the service of the devils.
Could we bring anybody else with us? I mean, obviously they'd have to be willing, but could we bring anybody else with us if they were willing?
Absolutely.
Great. Great. So far it sounds like get our last will and testaments in order and training montage. That okay. That's better than what we were going with this morning, to be honest with you. How long does this ritual take?
Approximately 10 minutes.
Does it gather a lot of attention?
It could be as private or public as you want it to be.
I love how every time I ask, he just goes over real quick. Tally. Okay. Huh. We're in a different little pocket plane right now. So, if after we're done talking, all of our questions manifest, Avagard, can you just take us out of here and leave whatever else? Can we just leave the questions behind? That would be great. That would save a lot of time and explanation to, Posh and G-Mine back there.
You don't want them to see the formation of questions, hear your voices asking questions that they didn't know existed once they're destroyed.
No, because
I thought it was just going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, but then the answer doesn't pop up, so it would be very confusing. I'm sure they'd be ready for it, but just,
In my experience, God Warriors, they need to be knocked down a peg or two.
Yes, certainly an archmage is somebody who is beyond being knocked down a peg or two, or the need for it.
Oh, approximately every 10,000 years something happens that does. I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay. I think that sounded more insulting than I meant for it to be. I'm sorry. I was saying like all of us could. I was trying to be inclusive, not exclude you. I'm sorry. That's what I got for addendum for now. Anybody else got anything? But not you. You're strong. Or you. You're strong too. I don't know what their questions are. So either of you got any questions? No? Okay. Crow says no. Okay.
I'm thinking.
Fair.
Just because. Have you ever been to paradise?
That is a very broad question you're asking. My own personal paradise, or what you mortals deem as paradise?
Both.
I used to live in my paradise, and then it was taken from me. As far as what you guys deem as paradise, I've seen glimpses, but I've never been there.
Hey, we can
What
like,
makes you so sure we would want to leave? Wouldn't want to leave?
Because most mortals don't. That's about your willpower, though. I was giving you all the explanations.
Mhm.
I want you to be aware of what's going on. This is not something to take lightly if it's something we choose to do. I personally wouldn't announce to anybody outside of this room in particular that this was an idea that was even going on unless you trusted them to be reasonable.
I concur. Which means Tayson.
Hmm.
As much as I hate to say this, I don't think we say anything to your god warriors yet. Not until we're closer to actually enacting the plan.
Oh, sure. No, I understand. I mean, you say that, but at the same time, their orders were to protect me. My soul will still be in some way, shape, or form tangible. And also, they seemed really, really pumped about fighting Deimos, so being able to fight Deimos there might be cool for them. I don't know. So, like, we'll bring it up, but, you know. Like, they'll get to be the away team, and I think they might dig that, being the underdog. Um, no, this is very much a need to know basis, and unfortunately, that need to know is probably pretty limited. Like, no offense, Stroop, but I don't think it's worth telling your parents that you have to die to try and go fight Deimos. They'll either find out that you died fighting Deimos, or they'll find out that you did it.
Yeah, I don't want to worry them
Mm-hmm.
at all.
Mm-hmm.
I'll definitely update the will
Mm-hmm.
and make sure that I don't leave everything to Chip and Barry. Until, we survive this and all that good stuff. Yeah, you're right.
This is the most intently I've ever looked at a crow while it was breaking my heart. Um,
Maybe I'll turn back into a real halfling.
I mean, it is kind of adorable at the same time that it is terrifying, if it means anything. Um,
I really want some bugs.
Okay, how about we get you bugs after you change back?
no,
Because then you'll decide whether or not you still want the bugs.
Uh, yeah, maybe later I'll have some bugs.
we're doing our thing where we digress and stall, so we don't have to deal with any of the future consequences of our actions thing.
We're
Oh.
very good at that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
no.
we are.
I don't have any more questions at this time.
Is paradise the same for everyone across planes?
It is not.
So there's a chance I wouldn't be with Tayson and Stroop if we did end up in paradise.
If you end up in paradise, from what I would know, and from what I know about your particular beliefs, you will not be together.
Well, on that light note, we're gonna let you go. Good luck with your war. Join up soon. I guess we'll give you a heads up for kind of a timeline and stuff.
Are you done with your questions? Because the rules state I get 16 to ask back, and I only have 2
Jesus
for today.
Christ.
Yeah, feel free.
I have 2 questions I want to ask today.
Okay.
1. Stroop Waffle, what is your problem with me?
Great question. I'm gonna have to circle back to that at our next meeting. No, I don't like that you make bad things happen after we ask you questions, and I just feel like it's very unfair. I feel like it's unfair. And then you tried to convince me not to, or to kill a dog, and I didn't want to do that, and that was really mean. So, yeah.
2 things.
I know it
And
wasn't the right. I
everything,
know it was a good. I know he was trying to do the good thing, but it doesn't matter. I don't want to kill the dog.
but in regards to the questions, in everything there must be balance.
Hate that. I mean, he could summon little bunnies for us to pet instead.
You do
That-
know
Not him.
those aren't
summoning
my
them.
rules.
Yeah.
That's not my
Yeah.
magic.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
And I have my own devices from the questions I asked that I must deal with.
With that, I don't like it. So
Again, there must be balance.
I don't
True.
like his balance.
You do realize that his ballot, the questions he asks, he gets an exponentially worse outcome than we do because of, devil, right?
I do not care. Some people in life you're just not gonna like very much, and he is one of those people. Our energies do not match. Nope, nope, nope.
He stands up, looks to Avigard, and says, "You're not the one who asked the questions, but my question is for you. When are you going to let me have my name back?" And before she answers, he's gone. Right when that happens, Avigard, just for a second, watches little bugs and rocks and skulls pop up, and she goes, "Oh," and she snaps her fingers, and then you hear weapons be drawn. And Posh and G-Mine look really confused. And Avigard is not there.
Is the door open?
The door's closed, and Wynn's just standing there where she was.
That's not fair. She said the door was gonna.
Technically, a door did open and close,
I don't
Tayson.
really know if that's
It just wasn't the one you expected.
I don't really know if that counts as a door.
It is a door. It's a door to another plane.
I think she was trying to get. I think she was tricksy to get away with something, but
It's Posh that says, I'm sorry, black swirl of smoke, and now a door? What about a door? What do you mean technically?
Oh, sorry. No, we had a conversation with somebody in a different place.
We had a meeting.
Yeah. It's okay. Hey, good news. I need to get stronger to fight Deimos. And I'm pretty committed to that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to knock you around a little bit more?
No, I actually do want to spar a little bit, but I think that means go ahead.
The minute you say spar for a little bit, he looks over at G-Mine and goes, "You take it." He pulls his swings. It's irritating.
No, before I pulled the swings, because I wanted to feel something for a while other than helpless. Now I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, no, I'm gonna put a hurt on you right back.
He smiles. We'll see.
Okay.
He slides his sword back in. G-Mine places the maul back in. He was taking it out, and then slides his sword in and says, "Well, looks like you're safe." Are we done here, or do we have other things to do?
Oh, I mean, we got to pick up some stuff at the store. At Phoenix's phylactery? Yeah, something like that. I don't know. You all went, not me. But we got to go.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. No.
Well,
yeah.
so to recap, Miranda's armor was ready. She never picked it up.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
Stroop
figured
stuff's ready
picking
tomorrow.
Stroop's-
Right.
I figured picking up my armor and Stroop stuff at the same time saves time.
Oh, totally. No, it's just like, do we have anything to do next? No, we have to do this thing before we can go. But then after that, I think we go back. I think we go back to Remedican. We gotta take care of our home front, and share what we've learned. I mean, most of what we learned, not all of what we learned. I don't want to talk about all of it. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Cool.
Oh, she says, so back to the villa? Shopping? I'm sorry, I heard a bunch of different things.
I'll tell you what, let's I want to check out this shop because I would feel really dumb if we went there tomorrow and then while I was there I was like, "Oh, check out this thing." And he says, "Oh yeah, it's your price or it's all yours for 2 gold, but but I can't get it to you until 2 days from now." It's like, "All right, well then we just did the same thing again and I don't want to do that." So, yeah, shop.
Okay. You all head out, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And Wynn guides you down the stairs. You pass Joy, and she says, "Have a good evening." And she seems to be teaching a class in a classroom you didn't see the first time you walked up. And then as you go down, you watch the door close, and then it turns into part of the wall.
Hey.
You start walking down the stairs again. Again, the only thing that is they seem to get wider in their turns until you come to a door. Wen opens it up and says, "It was a pleasure having you. Any time that you choose to come back, please give me a little notice."
Yeah, sorry. We kind of, well, I mean, frankly, we weren't trying to put you out or anything like that. It was more of the weird timing on things. Also, really sorry that you had to deal with that uncomfortable situation, but that's okay, right? All no harm, no foul. No rock crabs or skull spiders showed up in your study rooms. That's pretty good.
As you say skull spiders, Montera shivers, remembering the one just like face hugging to her face.
Went right in her throat.
Yeah, let's not talk about those, please, Tayson.
Oh, sure.
I would rather forget those.
Stroop, how do you know that your questions aren't like bunnies that you can pet or whatever?
Here we go. Okay, my buttons were not working. I don't know for sure, and I'm not willing to find out.
I mean, you can't hold
That's
it against
pretty much
somebody that...
I can,
Mhm.
I can, and I will.
Okay.
Tayson, you know how stubborn I am.
You
I
are
can.
you are literally a crow to be taller than everybody else while outside, while perched on shoulders, which unless you're taller than their head by yourself, you're not taller than them. So yes, I understand how stubborn you are.
I'm literally standing on your head.
I know.
Okay.
I assumed that I was looking straight up and like tilting my head a little bit, and you went from perched on top of my actual skull to like a couple of steps forward so you could kind of make eye contact with me. Like, I understand.
100%.
Don't get it twisted. We're on the same page here.
Okay, as long as everybody else knows.
Yep.
We had to paint a word picture.
Yep. To the store.
You head down and they take you back through the educational purpose. You cross over into the villas, the smaller villas. You work your way around. And 4-hour walk later, you're in the market area.
So
You find Phoenix's phylactery. They pointed out, and you see it now. The outside looks like an intricate gem surrounded and laced in some kind of necklace laying there. and it says Phoenix's Phylactery on it. You look in the window and you see bags and you see bracers. You see a familiar looking bag that contains fuzzy balls without even knowing what it is in there. And you had it.
Hey, you should, stop being a burb, because burb didn't order an apron.
It was 4 hours, so you would have transformed back. Yeah.
At some point, there's just a halfling sitting on top of my head.
Barely notice.
Nope. I'm quite
The
weak.
funny thing is, this isn't even the first time this has happened in a game with me.
There you go.
I was the one last time.
Let's check it out.
You walk into the shop and it's filled with a bunch of things along the walls. The door rings and you hear, "Welcome to Phoenix's. Oh, welcome back. I have your armor, but I'm not done quite yet with the apron you have given me."
Oh, that's okay. I wasn't expecting to pick it up till tomorrow. We just got we got our friend Tayson here who wanted to check out your store. Might I present the Duke Tayson?
Hi, I have money.
I would hope as a duke you would have money.
Oh, I don't have
But
a
I
lot
hope
of money. I might have a lot of
we-
money.
Maybe we have what you need. I am not in the business of selling to sell. Is there something you're looking for specifically?
I need to protect myself from dying and or enable myself to make bad things die before I do.
That's a lot of things, but only covers about 2/3 of the stock that we have.
I am, and he points to Posh and G-Mine and says, I am much more, spells are my arsenal, not being strong or getting hit or etc. I don't have it. I should probably figure out some potions in case somebody needs to not be dying, and I'm the only one capable of doing that because I'm not capable of making people not die.
You always give like a lot of information up front and then let everybody else sort it out.
Well, admittedly, I tried to
All the
shorten it up
time.
this time, and then you told me it only covered 2/3 of everything that you had, so I tried to expand on that, and I went more. Destructive magic. Need help.
So you use magic.
Uh-huh.
Is it ingrained or learned?
It's all me.
Ingrained.
Yep.
Sadly, there's not a lot for you, but I have a couple of pieces that may help you focus your energy.
Oh, okay. That's good.
He goes to take you around, and as he does, he comes to the other side of you, and he says, "Where did you get that blade? The head of that axe."
Oh, we were in the dark forest, and one of the guardians in waiting passed it on as they had fallen. And he'll take the axe actually.
He grabs it very gently and looks it over. He says a couple words, and you watch as letters appear where the axe hilt meets the head, and it looks like a signature. He says, "It is. It's wolf's bite. My grandfather made this."
Oh, I mean, I didn't purchase it, and if it's tied to your family and you need it back, that's okay.
No, it's just surprising. I recognized his work, and I was right. Thank you.
Oh, I'm glad I could help, I guess. Yeah, no, it I'll tell you this, it helped kill a demonic dragon. There was some blood entity thing that was really strong. It protected me from that. That was pretty great too. It's been fantastic. Your grandfather did good work.
Amazing. But anyways, I'm sorry. Let's get you stuff that might focus.
Mhm.
And he takes you down, and there's a set of wands and staffs, and he's just looking at you, and he says, "This, what you told me and what you're carrying don't seem to."
Oh, yeah, sorry. So
Yeah.
I actually can't. Hold on a sec. Juniper. The shimmering cloak appears on him. He's like, yeah, I can't. That thing's too heavy for me unless I'm wearing this, and that's that another one of those ingrained self-taught things. I got this in a dream.
That is unique. I have never seen anything like it. It's like a focus shield spell that lasts for a long period of time. I'm sorry, and it just fades off for just a second and
Yeah.
comes back out.
Oh no, it's okay. I'm weird. I get it. Like this is a store, but you're also kind of like my item tailor. So I got no problem with you asking questions and finding.
Well, you have a weapon.
Uh-huh.
You have armor.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking for?
I get tired. I there's a lot of, I only have so much juice in me, and then sometimes, if I use too much of it, or if I use it too often, sometimes bad stuff happens. Sometimes I kind of bend, like I have spells, right? And I've seen people do similar things, but every once in a while I manipulate them and change them in weird ways that I don't see other people doing. So if I could do that more, or be less dangerous to myself and people I care about when I do it, great. And if not, that's totally fine. I'm more than happy to just, if you've got any ways for me to heal my friends, that I can take with me, I'm totally great with that as well. I'm more just, you've already helped my friends with stuff, so I wanted to see if there's anything you can help me with. Otherwise, thanks for helping us.
Well, there's always potions, or
Mhm.
you can learn from a physician how to take care of people. I'm sure there's some kind of medical pack that they have. You talked about being tired. I can create potions of giant's strength that'll make you feel energized. But I don't.
I don't really carry a lot of stuff, and now we've got potion G-Mine, so frankly, if anybody's carrying anything, they're more equipped for carrying. And Stroop can turn into a bear. I assume a bear can carry stuff.
Okay. Are you looking for a ring, something to accessorize with? I have
Ooh.
regular rings as well.
I can do rings. Keeps my hands free for the most part. Yeah. If you got anything I can protect myself with, great. If you've got anything where I can hold on to some of my spells, great. If you've got, I don't know, if you got something cool, ingrained magic stuff, yeah. And if not, cool. Lots of potions, oh wait, hey, could we get a bag of, like, we don't carry a lot of stuff, but if we ever were to carry a lot of stuff, it'd be nice to have a place to put it.
Hey, son, I already have one.
Oh. Hey, not that.
Okay. Well, come this way. I'll show you some rings, and,
Cool.
and you come over to a cabinet, and it says 775 gold each above the cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Don't pay attention to the price. These are 500 gold for you, the crown, and any royalty that would come in here." And he looks at the God Warriors of Bows.
Oh,
He says, "All right,"
okay.
and he points at one ring, and he says, "Jumping, mind shield, obscuring, swimming, truth-telling, warmth, or water walking. Does that meet any of your criteria?"
Man, mind shielding sounds pretty good. I don't want people in my head.
Montera leans over to Stroop. I knew we should have brought Taysom with us last time.
Okay. So the ring of mind shielding kind of protects your mind, but it has other products. So the neat thing is, wearing this ring, no one can get inside your head. Even telepathy won't break through the barrier.
Oh,
You're
man.
immune to any
That's-
magic that allows creatures to read your thoughts, determine if you're lying, to even know what kind of creature you are.
Yeah, man, the idea of Montera not being able to go in my head without permission is really, really attractive.
Oh, well, and if you ever choose to, you can allow it. But this is not those instantaneous. They have to
Hassan,
receive a permission.
Why would you advertise that? Now she knows. Now I can't pick
Hassan, I
What?
cannot read your thoughts. I can communicate with you. There is a difference.
You can, without a warning, start being a voice inside of my head that surprises me.
While we're in the... Have I ever abused it, Tayson?
Have you ever done the thing and scared the shit out of me? Yes.
I did it when we were in a dangerous situation where it was necessary.
One
Well, that's only
changelings-
like
yeah.
a third of what the ring does.
Right. No, it does a lot of other really cool stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can actually turn yourself invisible while wearing this ring.
That's not true.
It is absolutely true.
I can turn myself invisible.
While wearing the ring, unless the ring is removed or you die, then you come back to visibility. That's the other thing we're going to get to. Tit for tat.
Mm-hmm.
If you die while wearing the ring, your soul will get absorbed into the ring.
Oh, that's fine. My soul's basically forfeit at this point anyway. I haven't promised it yet, but I'm currently in ongoing talks for an exchange.
The neat part is you can remain in the ring until you choose to depart to the afterlife. And then if somebody picks up the ring and puts it on, you get to talk inside their head, and they can't stop it.
Oh yeah, that's great. No, I dig that. Yeah, I want that one.
Okay.
I want that one.
Pulls out the ring.
And can I get one healing potion too?
Absolutely.
Great.
So 550 gold.
I give him 600 gold.
He says, hold on. And he grabs another healing potion and puts it on there.
Oh no.
I'm tipping your tip. It's fine. Trust me.
But now I have to raise. Okay.
Hassan? Breathe.
The queens get quite a bit of stuff here. No offense, and I appreciate the offer, but I'd rather stay on good terms with them.
Oh, that's what we were on. We were on great terms. Okay, it's fine. Thank you. I will make sure to come back. You are the first. You are the first establishment I have ever gone to and paid money to that day.
I feel honored. You're welcome back anytime. Tomorrow, especially with the other 375 gold for the apron, would be amazing.
Oh, we've got that.
No. I told him we would pay him when we pick it up.
No, okay. I'm saying we've got it. That's all.
We do have the money.
I didn't want him to
We always
worry.
had the money. We just pay when we pick it up.
Oh.
No, perfect. Is there anything else? Bags, rods, cubes.
I would like to pick up my armor since we're here.
Absolutely. And he goes into the back. Give me one moment. Disappears for just a few moments, comes out with your armor, and to everybody's surprise, it looks like it's smoking.
I mean, that is what he said it would do.
Hey, are you going to be able to take that with you?
Very good question. I do not know, and we should not discuss this here.
I thought I asked broadly and abstract. Okay, that's fair. You're right.
Well,
you're right.
You can take it anywhere. It's yours now. Here you
Yeah.
go. And he hands it to you. It's sure enough, it's like wisps of just, as he told you, it doesn't stink. It doesn't smell. Just odorless smoke seems to rise off the armor.
What does it technically count as so I can add it in D&D Beyond just for AC purposes?
It is smoldering armor is what it's called.
Is it literally okay? I didn't know there was actually an item named that.
Mhm.
Out of Xanathar's Guide to Everything, because you should always have every book, and then you have to buy a brand new bookshelf to get all the books on it.
Ding.
Ding.
I just spent all my money, so I wanna ask you about all of your other stuff, but I don't have any money, so I feel like I'd just be making you talk to me about things that I couldn't buy, and I don't want to waste your time.
It's absolutely up to you.
We'll come back, probably, maybe, hopefully.
Tomorrow.
Oh yeah, there is that, but that money's all accounted for. We'll figure it out either way. Do you have a 24-hour return policy? If you can.
Or you, if you come back, we could see what we could do.
Okay.
Just don't bring the battle. Don't open the corks of the bottles. Then there's no return.
Oh no,
I mean,
no, I got you.
We have to be sanitary and
Yeah,
all that.
preserve the freshness and such, flavor seal, all that good stuff. I got you.
But the ring, if you're not happy with it, sure.
No, I'm super excited. I'm gonna turn invisible at some point. That's gonna be neat. And now no one can go in my head without me saying so, which is neat too. Oh, I wonder if it'll work on that dude who was talking to me before.
Which dude?
A different dude. Don't worry. Not you, dude. You're a good dude. I'm happy to have met you. Yeah. Do I call you Phoenix, or is that like a?
That's my name.
Oh, but then thank you, Phoenix. I appreciate you.
You're very welcome.
We'll be talking tomorrow. More transactions, business. Yay.
Yay.
We'll be back tomorrow. It was great to see you.
It was great to see you too, and your business is always welcome here.
Villa.
You guys head out into the market, and you start heading back towards the villa. Stroop, make a perception check.
Doc, I brought one D20 to this session, so
Let's do it.
16.
16. As you're walking through your normal chit chat that you're having, you're looking around and you saw something, you turned. There are crowds of people here. This place has a lot of people that live here. But you could swear you saw one of the books with the green leaves on the outside that the Guardians in Waiting receive. Like, it was right at your height, it passed, and you lost it in the crowd.
Oh, okay, that's new and exciting. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
there's a lot of like people here. It is pretty exciting. You're right.
There are a lot of people here. Yep, a lot of people doing things
Yeah.
and stuff.
You
I
good?
need to immediately go to bed.
Oh. Okay. Do you want me to carry you? We still got a ways to walk.
But it's not bedtime yet. I just want to point that out.
Oh,
How else is she going to do a meeting?
I get it.
Nap? You need a nap? Are you tired?
No, I
Being-
guess you're right. I should wait till bedtime.
Did being a crow take it out of you today?
I think there was a guardian in waiting here. I think there was a guardian in waiting. Yeah.
I mean,
Who would have thought?
why?
Why what?
Why do you think there was a guardian waiting?
I saw the book.
Oh, so
My
it's just
special book. Yeah.
Guardian!
No, don't do that. Please.
Guardian!
It sounds like you're calling for a parent.
Guardian
we're
in
not
waiting!
kidnapping- We're not kidnapping
Hey,
you.
son.
We're not
What?
kidnapping
Hey.
him.
Okay, son, breathe.
I'm fine. I don't understand. What's the problem?
That is one, very suspicious, and two, kind of creepy.
We are. Hold on. You said you saw a guardian in waiting potentially because you saw the book, right?
Yeah, I saw the book, the leaf book, my
Are,
leaf book.
are those secret?
Not really, but if you just shouting "Mom, Dad," it sounds like we are trying to hurt you.
We're
Yeah.
literally trying.
I get it.
It's
I
like
understand
somebody
what you're
wearing
doing.
a uniform and me trying to call them from across whatever. Okay, fine.
Not everybody wants to be outed as a guardian in waiting, though. So.
Then they probably shouldn't
Yeah.
wear their books in a position where anybody can see it. That's like saying you shouldn't. I shouldn't know that I'm working at the store. Well, then why are you saying hello? My name is blank. I work at blank.
It could have been an accident. Also, we shouldn't judge people by the clothes they wear.
If the
Also-
clothes they wear is their work uniform, I should judge them as somebody who works there. I don't understand. Okay, that's fine.
Maybe
Whatever.
Also, I'm going to point out this is an entirely different culture. And maybe they bind some of their books with leaves.
I trusted
Oh,
Stroop's
yeah.
opinion on specifically her book, but that's. Do you wear your book out?
Not really. No.
Where do you
Oh.
put
Everyone
it?
here knows who I am, but like other people, like remember before I became the guardian,
Hmm.
I didn't really want to be the guardian.
No, this is now Mike asking a question because this book is it is a fairly large book. Where is this book
Yes.
on you, halfling?
in my backpack.
So this is a book that is. I
My
adore
backpack
this.
is shaped like a large book. Okay.
You're
Look, is
It's
it not
just around
halfling size to match Stroop?
No, I'm pretty sure it's like a big book.
Also, on top of this, doesn't, just out of character, doesn't Stroop's book also have the list of names of the Guardians in Waiting?
That's just names.
Yeah, but just the names. It doesn't like say what they look like or where they are or anything like that.
And we've been through this a few times.
Mhm.
You guys haven't tried to read her book.
No, it's her book.
That's why it was out of character.
Why do you think I'm being
Yeah.
extremely obtuse about this entire thing? I assume
So
Tayson
what-
assumes it's a name tag. You're a part of this special. You're a part of this special job. They give you your handbook, literally, and that's how you identify. I only know that she's the guardian because she showed me the book. I have no other context.
Yeah, not everybody wants to be a guardian or be known for that. And sometimes you just have to carry the book because sometimes it'll just appear near you if you leave it somewhere. It's a pain in the butt, really.
That's a
Anyway,
weird book.
yeah, so that
Sounds
might
like
be,
my knives.
Yeah, it might be an interesting night tonight.
It sounds like it's soulbound.
You walk through the city, no other things. This whole conversation while you're walking. Just-
Always.
I love you guys. You guys make it to the villa right as twilight hour ends. It's not a quick walk, it's a big city. And as you guys enter into the villa, we swing out to Hardell. A familiar house with daggers on the wall, beautiful cutting, and a man with a top hat sitting in the backyard cross-legged, his tools out in glowing magic around a familiar bag.
What is he doing to our pets?
A small poof appears, and a familiar pixie says, "I'm back, exactly 2 weeks, as commanded, sir." He says, "Almost finished, hold on." And the magic grows and then sinks. And he picks up the gray bag that you had, which is now a tan bag. He says, "Let's see." And he reaches in and he grabs one of the balls and throws it. As it hits the ground, it rolls, and then it starts to go, and then a big poof. 7-foot bird with a beak the shape of an axe. That's better. That's better.
We got
Takes an-
Pokemon evolutions of the bag.
Takes out
the bag
another.
balls.
Takes out another ball and throws it. Poof, a little bit smaller. A roar and then beating of a chest as an ape appears, a 6-foot ape. And he takes out another one and throws it. And a 7-foot black bear jumps on its hind legs, roars, and he goes, "That's better. Now, Dax, Fred Jr., you know what you need to do. And if you wouldn't mind, play with them for a little bit, get them used to the world. It is new for everybody. He tips his hat, opens a portal behind him, and walks away. And thank you all for joining us here at the Bros and Dragons podcast.
Yay! Good job, everybody. We did it. We're gonna die on
We're
purpose.
gonna die willingly.
Maybe.
Probably. I mean, the plan is
Most
to die
likely.
on purpose. Hannah,
What?
where can people find you? I'm not addendum. Don't give me that tude.
What?
Go back to being a crow. Human Hannah is mean.
You can find me on that place, Instagram, Hannah at Hannah the DM. And there's on my link tree is the things where that you can click.
Lissa, where can people find you?
Hi, you can find me everywhere with buttons as Geek Girl Alyssa, and that is a cat. Hello, child. Tomorrow, I will be on the Dead Bard Society's channel at 1 p.m. playing Dungeons and Dragons as my College of Whispers bard. She's a tiefling named Sarlai's Melodia. And then tomorrow night, you can find me on Vampiric Touch and playing Monster of the Week as my Valkyrie Liv, because I am playing the Divine and had my Jesus takes the wheel moment last time we played. And I mean that literally.
Doc.
You can find me here at Nerdwork Media. I got one more week where I'm going to be on my own channel, but announcement. I'm coming over full time to Nerdworks Media, so there will be no more I Am DM Doc channel unless I choose to do weird things.
I finally destroyed the competition and acquired the business.
Tomorrow on Nerdworks Media right here, starting at 5 p.m. Pacific, I start my new series that Mike and I are doing as a podcast later on called Doc Ruins Childhoods, where I play a game that somebody loved from their childhood for 4 weeks, and on the last Saturday, or 4 or 5 weeks, and on the last Saturday of the month, Mike and I will be together here on Nerdworks to record the podcast where he interviews me what I thought about the game, and I will be brutally honest about these games.
So
Please say you are also drinking as you're recording that.
I will, depending on the game, because here's the thing. I don't know what time we're going to record that, but he's playing Final Fantasy VI because it is my favorite game of all time. And we haven't decided yet whether or not Doc is going to talk with me each week, or if Doc, or not each week, but if Doc is going to talk with me each episode, or if Doc is going to talk with the person who suggested the game, because it is very deep and personal to them. And then everybody can get collectively super happy and nostalgic with Doc, who's seeing the game through their eyes for the first time. Or if they can get really, really mad at Doc because Doc thinks that your game that you love so much is absolute trash. And we will find that out on this channel, because yay.
And then Thursday on my channel this week, but next week on Nerdworks, because Nerdworks has a special birthday / affiliate day that he's doing. Mm-hmm. I start my new series called Fishing for Fish, where I play games that people have told me that you can fish in, and I literally will play the game just to fish. Mm-hmm. So we will be starting off with the two that I have that I want to do, which is World of Warcraft Classic and World of Warcraft. Because in World of Warcraft you could fish for fire, and it's interesting.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait for you to go.
I think I have one to add to your list.
Yeah.
Then.
Oh, there's so many fishing games.
There's so many right now, and I'm not doing fishing.
And you're not doing fishing games. You're doing games
really
that have fishing in it. It makes me so happy.
I found out that they added fishing into Skyrim with the most recent DLC. That was the anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That one was told to me as well. I appreciate you guys bringing it up. I have weird ones that I've never played and wanted to play. I never want to play Sims, but Sims 4 was added to my list. Stardew Valley.
Void Plays Things said something very specifically, saying, "Please tell me Minecraft is on that list."
Oh yes, I hate the fact that Minecraft is on the list, but it is on the list.
It's going to be a good time. Speaking of other good times, hey, you can find me and all these people and other people on this channel because we do all the things. Join our Discord so you can see all the things. Go to nerdworksmedia.com and look at our schedule because there you can see all the things and do all the things that we do. This Thursday, I'm not streaming Wednesday because Thursday we are celebrating our 1 year affiliate status as a Twitch channel and also my birthday because I wanted to make sure I never forgot the day, so I got affiliate on my birthday. So we're going to be here from like 9 to 9 or something like that. I'm still working out the times, but we're going to do lots of games and costumes and community games, and I'll probably make some of these other people show up on the channel and do stuff because that means that I'm not, trying to be creative for 12 hours straight. I can do I'm a sprinter. You know what I mean? I can't do endurance runs. That's not me. But all that said, thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for watching. And Doc has a thing to say.
One more thing.
Yeah.
I fired up yesterday the NerdWorks Instagram account. So
Yeah.
pictures and updates will be coming, and all the talent will be sending me pictures. Hopefully people here took pictures of like deaths or funny things that were going on that I could post. So watch for that. And by the way, Void just challenged me. He said, I doubt there's nothing you can find bad about Minecraft. And I can already tell you why I dread the game, and I'm not going to because I'm just going to destroy that game in the future in Doc Ruin's childhood.
I see you say that, but I don't think anybody's going to. I don't know who's posing that one to you. I can't. Here's the thing. Whoever brings that one to you, they're going to have to take my place as your interviewee because I can't help on that one. I'd love to, but I can't. With all that said, Doc, do the thing.
Love one another. Keep it nerdy and live your dreams.
I didn't light up. Later.
Bye.
I'm going to keep that one.
Bye-bye.
That didn't light up. No, well, bye, everybody.